Breaking from Atlanta. Falcons Nation. Stop what you're doing. Something big is happening inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and it's got the whole locker room buzzing. The 2025 season hasn't even kicked off yet, but after the latest scrimmage, I'm telling you right now, this team looks dangerous. Players are stepping up, battles are getting heated, and one young star just shocked everybody by owning the field like he's been in the league for years. This isn't just preseason hype. This could change the Falcons' offense before Week 1 even arrives. Falcons Nation, get ready. The 2025 season is closing in, and the latest team scrimmage didn't just give us a sneak peek, it lit a fire under this fan base. We saw speed, we saw swagger, and we saw players fight for their football lives. One of the biggest moments? A key starting wide receiver had to watch from the sideline. And that's when a young, hungry player stepped in and completely took over. This kid didn't just run routes, he attacked them. He didn't just catch passes, he snatched them out of the air like his hands were made of glue. And every time he touched the ball, the crowd, even at practice, was leaning forward, waiting for something special to happen. Right now, he's not just holding a temporary spot. He's forcing his way into the conversation for a permanent role on the 53-man roster. But here's the big question. Will we see him under the lights this Friday when the Falcons face the Detroit Lions in their preseason opener? My guess? We might get one, maybe two series tops. Just enough for the coaches to grab live game film and see if the magic from practice shows up in real action. Because here's the reality. Once the starter returns, those first-team reps could vanish in a heartbeat. That means this young gun has one shot, one chance to make the coaches stop and say, we can't take him off the field. And Falcons Nation, I'll be honest, he's got that spark. That raw energy that can turn this offense into something dangerous. But practice is one thing. Under real game pressure, that's where we find out if he's the real deal or just a flash in the pan. If he delivers on Friday night, the coaches may have no choice but to give him a bigger role, even with the veteran healthy. So here's where you come in, Falcons Nation. What's your gut say? Are we watching the birth of the next big Falcons star, or is this just preseason buzz? The battle in the Falcons secondary is absolutely insane right now. On one side, you've got the crafty veteran, calm, smart, and steady. He knows every trick in the book, and that experience has kept him just ahead in this fight. But right behind him, a rookie with raw talent and a burning drive to take his spot. And trust me, this kid is coming fast. Every practice rep is tighter, every read is quicker, every hit is cleaner. The gap between them is shrinking by the day. Could we see a Week 1 shocker? Don't be surprised. These battles are so close it's like trying to choose a winner in a photo finish. You blink, and the lead changes. So I've got to ask, Falcons Nation, who do you think will lock down the job? Are you sticking with the proven veteran or rolling the dice on the rising star? Drop your take in the comments, because this one is going to split opinions. Now let's shift to the big boys up front, the defensive line. Watching them in the scrimmage was like standing next to a hurricane. The rotation was pure chaos in the best way possible. Every 2 plays, 2 to 4 fresh monsters came crashing in, wave after wave, never letting the offense breathe. This isn't just depth. This is a tsunami of destruction. One edge rusher, coming off a tough injury last year, is slowly starting to make noise. He's not loud about it, but when you watch closely, you see it, slipping past blockers, collapsing the pocket, and finding his rhythm again. Without full-speed tackling in practice, it's hard to know if he's fully back. But when the preseason whistle blows, that's his golden ticket. If he starts hunting quarterbacks like before, we'll all be talking about him non-stop. Then there's the tweener, the player who's part defensive end, part interior disruptor, and all problem for offenses. One snap he's holding down the edge in a 4-man front. The next snap he's sliding inside in a 5-man look and blowing up the middle. In the scrimmage, he gave off that big, scary defensive end vibe that had offensive linemen scrambling. His ability to play anywhere makes him a lock for the rotation, and maybe even a secret weapon on game day. This defensive front is deep, mean, and ready to eat quarterbacks alive. Falcons Nation, I want to know, who's your favorite disruptor in this group? But hold up, because this last part is going to hit you right in the heart. One of our own, a safety nicknamed Bam Bam for the way he destroys ball carriers, is back. Last preseason, disaster struck. In the very first game, he suffered a fractured ankle and a high ankle sprain that stole his entire 2024 season. It was brutal. Fast forward to 2025 training camp, Bam Bam slips on his jersey again for the first time since that night. And the smile on his face? Pure fire. Jesse Bates said it best, he's ready to unleash hell. He wants to hit somebody. You need that fire on a football team. This guy's story is pure inspiration. Drafted in 2023 out of Alabama, he exploded onto the scene as a rookie, 40 tackles, starting 4 of the last 6 games next to Bates, and looking like a future star. Then the injury hit. Now, he's back, he's hungry, and he's ready to remind the league why they feared him in the first place. Surgery. Months of painful rehab. Nearly an entire season, 8 to 9 long months, stuck on the sidelines, watching his brothers battle without him. For most players, that kind of setback can break you. But for Bam Bam, it lit a fire. I had to believe this was part of my journey, he said. I leaned on my faith and kept grinding. And that's exactly what he did. Even while on injured reserve, he wasn't wasting time. He became a student of the game, studying film, asking the veterans questions, learning every detail of the new defensive schemes so that when his moment came, he'd be ready. Now, 8 practices into training camp, Bam Bam is already making noise. In one red zone drill, he read the quarterback perfectly, broke on the ball, and snatched an interception intended for none other than the star running back. That's the kind of play that turns coaches' heads and gets fans roaring from the stands. And Friday's preseason game? That's his chance to unleash an entire year's worth of frustration. Jesse Bates said it best. You'll know he's out there. Falcons Nation. Are you ready to hear the boom again? What we just saw in this latest Falcons scrimmage wasn't just a normal practice. It felt like a preview of a storm that's about to hit the NFL in 2025. This team is hungry. This team is loaded with talent. And this team looks ready to flip the league upside down. On one side of the field, you had a young wide receiver making grabs so clean they left people speechless. In the secondary, battles were so intense they felt like playoff football. And in the trenches? The defensive line rotated like a wrecking machine, sending fresh waves of destruction snap after snap. This roster isn't just good on paper, it's dripping with potential. And with Bam Bam back in the mix, hitting like a sledgehammer, the Falcons' defense just got a whole lot scarier. Every single moment of that scrimmage screamed the same message. The Falcons are coming, and they're coming hard. The rookies are fearless, making plays that demand attention. The veterans are locked in, leading with grit and heart. The coaching staff? They're pulling all the right strings to squeeze every ounce of power out of this roster. From jaw-dropping offensive highlights to bone-rattling hits in the trenches, you can feel it. This isn't just a team trying to compete. This is a team preparing to dominate. The chemistry is real. The hunger is undeniable. And every snap feels like a promise to Falcons Nation. This season, Atlanta is ready to soar higher than ever before. This is not a team happy to just be in the league. This is a team chasing greatness, and the rest of the NFL better pay attention. But here's the truth, the real magic? It doesn't just happen on the field. It happens when Falcons Nation rises up together. This team feeds off the energy of its fans. Every chant, every cheer, every roar from the stands fuels the fight on the field. So picture this, Mercedes-Benz Stadium shaking like an earthquake as 70,000 voices unite. The sound bouncing off the roof, rattling helmets, and letting every opponent know You're in our house now. This season, we need every single one of you. Grab your jerseys. Rally your friends. Pack the stadium. Let's make Atlanta the loudest, proudest, most feared fan base in the entire NFL. Because this is more than just another football season, this is a movement, a revolution. And you are the heartbeat of it. Now, the burning questions. Will that rookie receiver force his way into a starting spot? Who's going to win the war in the secondary? How many quarterbacks will crack under the pressure of this ferocious defensive line? And just how earth-shattering will Bam Bam's comeback be? The preseason is about to give us those answers, and every second will matter. Falcons Nation, it's time. Get loud, get proud, and get ready to ride this wave all the way. Drop your boldest predictions in the comments. Tell us who's breaking out, who's dominating, and how far you think this team can go. Don't watch from the sidelines. Be part of the fire that fuels this run. The countdown has begun. The flock is ready. The Falcons are coming. Rise up, and let's soar to glory.